Hello. Today we're going to be adding fractions while finding the common denominator. So here we have two fractions, 1/3 and 1/4, and we're adding them together. Now your first thought may be, why can't we just add them across? So why can't we do 1 + 1 = 2 and 3 + 4 = 7? Is that not the right answer? No. So you can only use this strategy of going across when you're multiplying. When you're adding, we have to use a different method. When you're adding fractions, you have to make sure that the bottom number, this 3 and this 4, are the same. And since they're not the same, we have to find a new number. And that process is called finding the common denominator. And one way to find a common denominator is to take one of your fractions and multiply it by the other denominator. And then you do the same thing for the other fraction. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So we take 1/3 and we multiply it by the other denominator, which is 4. And remember, what we do to the bottom, we always do to the top. So now we can multiply straight across. So 4 times 1 is 4, and 4 times 3 is 12. Great. We changed one of the fractions, 1/3, and we changed it into 4/12. Now let's work on the other fraction, 1/4. So we're going to multiply this 1/4 by the other denominator, 3. So we're going to write 1/4, and let me just fix that, 1/4. And we're going to multiply this by 3, and remember, what we do to the bottom, we do to the top. So now we multiply across. 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times 4 is 12. Great, now we have two fractions where the bottom number, the denominator, are the same. They now share a common denominator. Now we can write our new fractions, 4/12 plus 3/12, and now we can add the top number straight across. And just remember that the bottom numbers, when we're adding fractions, stays the same. So the bottom number of this new fraction is going to be 12, and the top number, 4 + 3, equals 7. So now when we write our original fractions, 1/3 plus 1/4, we know that our answer is 7/12. And this is our final answer. So now let's work on a new example. In this example, we have 2/5 plus 2/4. And these may look a little more complicated than the other two fractions, but we're going to use the same exact method of finding a common denominator. So our first step is we're going to rewrite 2/5. And remember, we're going to multiply it by the other fraction's denominator. And in that case, this is 4. So we're going to multiply 2/5 times 4. And remember, what we do on the bottom, we do on the top. Great, now all we need to do is multiply across. So we're going to multiply across here and multiply across here. So when we multiply, we get 4 times 2 equals 8, and 4 times 5 equals 20. So that's our new answer. That's our new fraction. So we're going to do the same thing with 2/4. We're going to multiply it by the other fraction's denominator. And in that case, this is 5. So we're going to multiply the top by 5 and multiply the bottom by 5. And again, straight across. So we get 2 times 5 equals 10, and 4 times 5 equals 20. Now, both of our new fractions have 20 at the bottom. Now that our two new fractions have a common denominator with 20 at the bottom, we can rewrite them. 8/20 plus 10/20 equals our new answer, 18/20. And now we can rewrite our original fractions, 2/5 plus 2/4 equals 18/20. And if we can simplify the fraction, then we go on and we simplify 18/20 into 18 divided by 2 equals 9, and 20 divided by 2 equals 10. So this is our new final answer.